Oh my goodness. Really, this is breaking. You know how it was bothering me that they managed to get the Baroness, the Black Baroness, for Harry's court case? Well, and I was wondering why would they get this woman, because the Daily Mail actually, you know, um, helped her out a lot with the death of her son. Well, it turns out that Graham Johnson, which is a very shady character who's been in jail, was hired by the likes of Prince Harry, Elton John, Hugh Grant. This guy is a convicted fraudster felon. And apparently, he manufactured the signed confession, the signed statement by Gavin Burrows. And we're going to get into this right now. And I was wondering, why is this Baroness here? Because she's black, her son was killed, and she was steamed by the Mail newspaper. That's how they got it on board, by manufacturing a fake statement that included her being surveyed, being, hacked. And this is why it was given it credibility, because she thought, this Baroness, who's actually quite respected and nobody could understand why she would be on board, is because apparently Gavin Burrows, which is the guy who supposedly signed that statement in 2021, never signed it, never gave that statement. But this other guy, Graham Johnson, who was hired by Harry and Company and Clown Associated, Harry and his other clowns, included this lady in the hacking thing, which made no sense. This is huge. Are they going to jail? This Harry should have just stay out of it, but no, he had to be a big boy and walk through the front doors of the gate. This is why he wasn't there on the third day. I guess he was trying to ascertain what the hell he had done and what's going on. But it's too late. They should have given this over to the police. Let's get into this video. This is actually quite fun. And what is worse, Harry is accusing the newspapers of criminal behavior. I mean, this is laughable and beyond the pale. Harry is accusing the newspapers of criminality when he's the one who went and hired this fraudster to create and manufacture evidence. I mean, this goes. I hope Elton John, Harry, and Sadie Frost and the Baroness. I am sure she has been lied to and led to believe that her phones were hacked, and this is why she's giving them this credibility to this clown show. I mean, I was absolutely shocked why Doreen Lawrence, Baroness, would be on Prince Harry, Elton John's side. Because trust me, guys, you don't have to trust me. The Mail on Sunday put their reputations on the line, accusing her son's murderers. And they say, these are her son's murderers. And if we're wrong, sue us. That's how hard they went on defending her to get justice for her son. And for her to be included, this is just below the belt. This is something that a paralegal suit Meghan Markle would think is great. This is what people, I mean, this is unbelievable. This is just awful what they've done. They have used this, the Baroness's pain over the murder of her son to do this. This is absolutely disgusting, and it's all lies from what we read. Good morning, gorgeous people. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is actually big news about how he lied to the court. I guess he's taking a page out of Meghan Markle, and he thought he could get away with it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we're gonna get into this right now. Won't we, City? Yes, we're gonna get into this right now. Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Yes, we have major. I mean, guys, this is major. You know that Harry, if you read, please take a moment and read the screenshots I left you at the beginning, a couple. But do you know, you all know that they're relying on this investigator, on the sworn statement of this private investigator uh, that supposedly they had in 2021, city where he states that he carried out this work on behalf of Associated Newspapers, right? That's their main key of evidence. And the fact that he suddenly sworn and wrote and I mean, he signed a written statement before the lawyers and everything. Well, Lord and behold, this time Harry chewed more that he could bite. On Twitter page, Gavin Burrows, private investigator, he posted 19 hours ago. A lot of you seem to be asking why I changed my statement. I did not make this statement. I have not dealt with the paralegal, conman, convicted criminal Graham Johnson for over a year. Yes, it's true. Graham Johnson. Well, apparently Harry and Co decided to hire this Graham Johnson guy to, how shall we say, allegedly falsify records in order to create a case, you know. So let's keep on reading. Have received no letters. This is Gavin Burrows. Have received no letters from any lawyers. A document of that magnitude would require a wet signature and me going to lawyers. It is a cut and paste from my evidence of now and Sunday. People, now it's News of the World. And Sunday, you remember that huge, I told you that happened in 2013, that apparently neither Elton John, Liz Hurley, Hugh Grant, and Prince Harry knew about, that it was all over the news worldwide, where Buckingham Palace was involved and even Harry was talked about it. So apparently what's happened, he gave evidence back then about it. This is why, some people were found guilty and the whole newspaper was dissolved. So somebody came up with the bright idea. My money's on Meghan Markle. Somebody came up with the bright idea to cut and paste, according to what Gavin Burrows says, and basically do the following. It's a cut and paste from my evidence of News of the World and Sunday. That trial in 2013, people and documents was apparently electronically signed. Somebody signed it electronically on his behalf, which is absolutely insane. Hence why I contacted the male lawyers, paralegals out to make money for non-existent claims. Also, on the day of signing, my doctor can prove I was in no state to sign on it. I mean, this, oh my word, this is big, because this is beyond perjury now. This is fabricating evidence to start a legal case. That is criminal. That is not, oops, I made a mistake. Oops, I did it again. No, this is fabricating evidence, because that means that they grabbed a statement that he gave way back in 2013. Somebody pasted it, and basically it's the same thing, and maybe changed the words a little bit so it wouldn't be so obvious. And then someone signed it electronically. Never mind Harry worried about his visa thing in the US. Worry about the UK. And many of you will tell me about, Paula, Meghan lied and committed perjury. Yes, that is true. And she was in the United States at the time. And I guess they figured that, it's going to be harder to haul her ass over there. Yeah, my son made this cup in 2007. He was a wee baby boy. But this is a whole ball game. And the problem is that they did it so publicly. Harry made a big scandal of a big show of getting off a taxi, this clown taxi car, walking to the courts and giving the thumbs up. This is huge. And this guy, Gavin Burrows, is being really straightforward, and he's saying, yeah, we did that, but it was way back then. Nothing of that sort has happened. And what they're trying to do is basically say, well, we didn't know about this thing, and he signed it on 2021. So he's telling us this directly. And it's like, no, wait a minute, back up the train. I was surprised that the private investigator hadn't said anything, but yes, he has. 19 hours ago, he came back out with it. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. Had they been not so public about it, probably they could get away with it. But they made a big point of of um, of this whole trial. And the thing is that Graham Johnson is a convicted felon for fraud and all kinds of things. And they went and specifically hired him. Specifically hired him. And let me tell you something. Ignorance is not a legal defense. It's not. I don't know how Meghan Markle was able to get away with it while committing perjury in the United Kingdom and allowed to come back and not be held in contempt of court or prosecuted for that. So this is going to be big, because I hope that the judge better dismiss this, because if this goes to trial, you're going to see people have to go to jail for this. And it's not going to be the news. It's not going to be Graham Johnson, because Graham Johnson is going to throw the shit at him. He's going to say, no. They asked me to do this for them. This is going to be so messy. This is why, Harry, you don't stir shit, because it stinks even more. I mean, what do you guys think? Because this is huge. I mean, really, guys, this is huge. Let me tell you something. Unless, of course, like with my ex-husband, because the Ministry of Justice, the Norwegian Ministry of Justice, they were communicating with my ex-husband way back in 2013. And we found the email where the woman named Elizabeth, who was in charge from the Ministry of Justice, who was in charge of, my case, or the case that Alf had against me. Alf was angry that, they couldn't do more, and I had just won the case in December 2nd, 2013. I won the subtraction case, right? Abduction case, sorry. And then the abduction case that he accused me of, I won it. So he angrily wrote to the Ministry of Justice, this woman called Elizabeth. And her answer, we have that in writing. Her answer is, way back then in December 2013, she says to him in writing, it is very hard to make the case against Paula that you want us to make, because she's innocent of everything you are accusing her of. And yet they persisted for years. They persecuted me, knowing full well that I was innocent of everything that Alf was accusing me of. And not only that, they increased and they completely destroyed my reputation. I've had 3 murder attempts on my life, but because he was outside of the country, nobody wanted to do anything, and he was too powerful here for Nicaragua, because Norway was one of the biggest donors of the country. I mean, they were giving money to build the new courthouses. But in spite of it all, I won the court case because I was innocent. I will just tell you what they can do, and they persisted for years. But they were doing this in a third world country where, the press wasn't there as much. Internet, everybody was on its side and internet was there. But these guys, they don't gather sympathy. Elton John does not garner sympathy. Liz Hurley does not garner sympathy. Sadie Frost is a moron. It's the group of morons who are actually a bunch of idiots who hired somebody, most likely, who knew about this case or something, and managed to paste. I mean, if this is true, this is it for Harry. This is it for Harry, and this is it. And he can't come back and say, oh, I didn't know, because it is his duty to ensure that information is correct before. He should have gone to the police with this, to the UK police, and said, listen, this guy is admitting this and that. But no, they wanted to have a lawsuit. They should have had the police investigate these claims before they did this, because this is actually criminal behavior, which is what the police did back then. Prince William asked, it's Prince William who got the whole thing rolling by asking the police to investigate the suspicion of phone hacking. So for Harry to come now and say that, it's very hypocritical and a lie that he didn't know about it, that Elton John would say he didn't know about it. The Baroness, she knew. She knew. But the reason why they included her was to make this is just something that came into my mind. I was wondering why that lovely Baroness would be included. She's black, and her son died. That's why they included her. And they lied to her, saying that they also had spied on her to get her on their side. That is despicable. I mean, that's just way beyond it. So ginger and wearing orange, I think is a good look. And I think Elton would get to see a lot of Todgers, when he goes to jail, along with Hugh Grant.